Welcome back to the channel. This is S.O.G. Today we're going to talk about my Glock 20 Gen 5 MOS, and in my personal opinion, this is my personal favorite Glock. I have the 19, I have the 45, I have the 26, I have the 43X. I got all of the popular models out there. I have Gen 5's MOS, I have Gen 6's, but to me, I always kind of just always give the edge to this 20, and it's chambered in 10 mil, and that is by far my favorite caliber. I don't know why, so don't even ask me. Yes, it's got a ton of recoil. Yes, it's really heavy on the hands and wrists, but on this 20 or Glock 20, it really handles nicely. It's not terrible. It soaks up the 10 mil recoil really, really well, and I think that's why I really like it. Let's talk a little bit about my setup here. I have Combat Textiles grip tape on the frame, finger rest location, and on my Streamlight TLR1. And Combat Textiles actually reached out to me probably a couple of years ago, and they were just starting their company off, asking if I wanted to really put them on and check them out and see what I thought. And I said, yeah, you guys know I love to check out new stuff. So they sent out these grip tapes, and I absolutely loved it. Now this is the black multicam, as you guys can see, and then the one on the light is just standard black. So I did kind of a little mix match, and I think it looks really, really good. I've had the Combat Textiles on a few other of my guns, but when I started really getting into gun comparisons, I peeled them all off because I wanted to get a real feel for, like, the grip texturing that each gun has, and I couldn't really show you guys that with grip tape. But I don't really have any other 10 mils to compare this one to, so I kept it on, and I really, really like it. I think that one of the things that sets these guys apart is that they use a different texture. So the material is more like a cloth. It's sweat proof, it's fireproof, it's made of Cordura, and just the design is just really nice, if you guys can see here. So I do like this, and it just still looks pretty dang new, honestly. And I can't even say that I don't shoot this. I do definitely shoot this quite a bit, actually. I'm pretty close to 1,000 rounds with it, and for a 10 mil, in my opinion, that's a lot. So I got a ton of gunk up here in the light from all the shooting I've done with it. I don't really clean it that much, but yeah. So Combat Textiles on the frame and on the light. And then I also have the Bull X Pro from Siley, and this is, oh man, this is probably one of my top 5 favorite optics, and it's not even an enclosed emitter, but it sure damn acts like one. This thing is a freaking tank, so I can see why they called it the Bull X Pro. But this thing is massive. It's easy to pick up and get on target. It's got like these, like, I don't even know what this is called, but it's just so much durability and protection behind this. I did a torture test on it, did some insane stuff to it, survived, held zero just fine. I've had it for, I don't know, maybe a couple years or whatever now, but this thing has just been a tank, and hands down, yeah, definitely one of my top 5 favorite, at least RMR cut optics. I also have night vision, of course, my favorite iron sights. We have the green optic fiber up front that just beams during the daytime. It's just super easy to pick up, and then blacked out rear sights just so that it's not in the way of anything. And all in all, just awesome. Nothing else upgraded. I really wish that they would have had that Glock performance trigger available for this Glock 20, but they did not. And then obviously we are running Federal Premium. We have that. Obviously we're clear. Now the 10 mil is one that is hard to really justify because you won't really get much use out of it because of the caliber, right? So I really typically only use this if I'm going camping, or out in the woods with family or whatever the case is, and it's almost always in a sling bag, where it's super close up tight to me. It's never really in a holster just because it's so damn heavy. And it's just, I don't know, I honestly don't even know why I've never picked up a holster for this, but it's just an awesome setup, and I gotten used to having this in a sling bag, where it's just always on me and close to me. I have some some extra stuff in my bag with like a med kit, tourniquet, things like that. So that's kind of what this setup is for. It's not really your average, like, not even a home defense gun, because the caliber there's so much firepower behind it that you just blast through, drywall or whatever. And it's just, it's a little bit extra more than, what your typical person might need. Now, can you still carry this and use it for self-defense? I mean, sure, I guess you could use whatever you want, you know what I mean? Get the job done. But over penetration is definitely something that should be considered when taking a look at the 10 mil. Now, personally, for me, I've shot a few other 10 mils, and I wasn't more impressed by those than I was with this one. And simply, Can't say why. They were all pretty accurate. They were all nice, but this one just felt better for me in my hand. And that's weird because Glock has that weird little angle, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, just to be honest with you guys, with my 19, my 45, my 26, even my 43X, which is my all-time favorite carry gun, um, the because of that grip angle, I can shoot them just fine, and I'm pretty accurate with them. But I'm more accurate with other guns that have that different grip angle. So even though I can still hit my shots, I am better with other guns because of that grip. I don't hate it, but I can still hit my shots, but it's just a little bit different. It throws me off just a tiny bit. But with the Glock 20, I don't know what it is. I'm just on point with this one. Really, really like it, and definitely something I would never get rid of. This is one of those ones where it will always be with me or in my safe. But it's just it's phenomenal, and I love it. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I know my channel is all about micros, but I wanted to show you guys just something different on the channel, So here it is, my favorite Glock of all times, the Glock 20 Gen 5 MOS, Combat Textiles, Streamlight TLR1, Bullx Pro, Night Vision. This thing is a beast. Let me know in the comments what you guys are most proud of in terms of your guns. What's your favorite, or a sleeper gun that you might have that you're like, man, this is actually one of my favorites, and I wouldn't even have expected that. But yeah, other than that, man, smash that like button, drop a comment down below letting me know, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But if you already have, I appreciate you guys so much. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video.